Hello and welcome to the Best Today podcast. I am your host, Shantae Grant. And if this is your first time ever listening to any episode, thank you. I'm so glad that somehow this is the one you came to. I want to let you know a little bit about who the person is talking to you. I'm Shantae Grant. There is a podcast episode that we'll link in the show notes talking a little bit more about who I am. But I am one of many things, the creator of a company called Best Today. And at Best Today, we create resources, digital, physical, experiential, to help you to live and work well and do it in a way that is likely to be different and even maybe in contrast to a lot of the ways you've been taught to do things. The things that you've been taught to do that you actually have done that have not resulted in your mental, emotional, and physical well-being, have resulted in things like the O word, as I call it, or just living your life one to-do list at a time. And so because of that, here on the podcast of the last few episodes, I've been talking about some of those resources to create kind of a home base for our listeners to come, who are present, and those listeners who are to come down the line to learn more about those resources. And today, I want to talk to you about a simple way that we've created one thing that allows you to try out and test and use and engage with multiple of our products. And it's called our Sheet Sample Pack. Say that 3 times fast, okay? I'm just going to probably call it the sample pack for today, right? Just to eliminate one of those S's. But what the Sheet Sample Pack or the Sample Pack does is we've put together, I believe, 10 different products, 7 different products in multiple sizes for a total of 44 sheets, so that you can try them and see what I have found to be true for me and for the thousands of customers that I get to engage with on a weekly basis is you have like your home-based products. These are my go-tos. And then you have the few times where there's an exception, and then you have your exceptional ones. For example, I use the Best Today guide to plan my weeks, my days, every single day. Then there are maybe, let's say out of 365 days of the year, there may be about 14 in the year where that's not true, and maybe a little bit more for weekends. And so I still have systems because I'm not just, flying by the seat of anything. So what that might look like is I might use the My Daily Plan pad, which copies and mimics the Best Today guide when I'm going to be traveling and I don't want to take my whole guide, but I still want to use the daily system. Or I might take a small or medium-sized result and outcome. On the weekends, I really use those a lot if I'm going to be out and about, because now I have it in one small thing I can keep in my fanny pack, which is great. And that's also a part of our On the Go bundle, which we talked about, I believe, last week in 136, talking about the bundles. So today, what I wanted to talk to you about was how I created a solution for those people who are like, all of these sound amazing. I kind of want to try a little bit all of them because I can see how this could help me on these kind of days and this could help me on these kind of days. Or I think these two would be helpful, but I don't know. And you don't want to buy an entire pad and try, with 50 sheets and be, 3 sheets in and realize this isn't the one for me. So I created this with you in mind. And so I'm going to tell you what's inside the Sheet Sample Pack. And then I'm going to tell you how you can get it. Well, first, I'll just tell you now, it's linked right here in the show notes. So wherever you're listening, you can just scroll down, click the button. It'll take you right there as long as they're in stock. Okay, what's inside? 5 large results and outcome pages. Now, the results and outcome comes in 3 sizes. You're going to get all 3 in the Sheet Sample Pack, as you'll hear me say. Large, medium, small. The measurements are all included on the website under each of their respective products. Large results and outcome pages is a fantastic way for you to decide, is this how I want to, a product I want to use to plan my day, right? It is an alternative to daily planning from the way I teach you to plan it in the Best Today guide. In the breakdown, you're still applying the same principles. It's just a little more broken down in different ways that might work better for your brain, right? On the results and outcome page, you have space for your results and outcomes, like what's going to get done in that day. You have a space for next and future steps. So as things are coming in during the day, you can write them down, things that are coming up next, distractions, hurdles, questions, issues, all those things that pop up during the day that are going to take you and distract you from the present moment. You put them in that box, and then things to add to your calendar. You're in the middle of the day. Someone says, oh, well, let's make sure we get on that call. Let's put us down Thursday for 5:00. You can now have that in that one section. And at the end of the day, you have this beautiful capsule of your entire day. Again, that comes in small, medium, and large because some people want to use that every day for their planning mechanism. And so they use a large for that. some people like me use those on specific times. Usually you're going to find that if I'm out and about on the weekend or if we're traveling and we'll be moving a lot, I'm going to take a small or medium results and outcomes, usually a small because again, it fits in my fanny pack and I love me a fanny pack. I won't say how many I have and counting. So that's one of my go-tos, but you might want to try it and see how it feels for you, what days you like planning with it and what days you may not. Okay. So you're going to get the 5 large, 5 medium, and 5 small. Okay. You're also going to get 5 My Daily Plan pages. This is our most popular, aside from the weekly preview pads, which we'll get to. This is one of our most popular pads because it literally takes the way I teach you to plan your day in the Best Today guide. It's the exact sheet. We just turned that one sheet into a notepad. We have so many people who use the Best Today guide who also get this if they want to have it on the go, but not, again, bring the whole Best Today guide with them. Also, I like to use it not only for that, but sometimes I'll have a week. And this happened this summer. There'll be a week where I don't need to plan my whole week out because 5 of the 7 days, we're going to be out as a family and the whole agenda is just family time. There's no specific time to be X, Y, or Z or nothing where I need to live off a written plan. But 2 days in that week, I do. So I'm not going to waste a whole full week of pages in the Best Today guide. I'm just going to use my daily plan pad and use that day, those 2 days to plan. And now I still have this fresh whole week waiting for me in the Best Today guide. I definitely use my daily plan in that instance when we have weeks. And that's usually when we're talking about trips, vacations as a family. And a lot of the days are just, we're going to be at a wedding or we're going to be at an amusement park. Okay, well, this day we're going to be taking a hike. Don't need a written plan for that, for me. So that's what you're going to get 5 of those My Daily Plan pages. You're also going to get 5 large Clear Your Mind pages and 5 medium Clear Your Mind pages. Clear Your Mind would probably be number 3 in line if we're ranking our most popular notepads. The first, of course, being our weekly preview pads, which I'll talk about in a second. The second being the My Daily Plan. And now we're talking about the Clear Your Mind pads. And I have episodes all about the Clear Your Mind pads, which I will link in the show notes. It's this fantastic tool that really has even taken me by surprise how frequently and often I use it. So much so that I've done a blog post and a whole podcast episode of, I think, 4 or 5 ways that I've used it that I didn't even intend or think of when I created this product. So it is one of those must-haves. If you don't have a Clear Your Mind pad in your possession, get that. You're going to get it in the sheet sample pack. In the sample pack, but also this is just one of those necessary tools. I use the medium. I use them both. I keep the medium. A medium is also included in our On The Go bundle, which I talked about last week. The medium is so great because, again, it fits in your purse. If you carry like a standard size purse, it fits in some of my fanny packs, not all, because it's not as small as the size small products that we create. But I love having this with me because it allows me to do just that. Clear your mind. Some days I know I needed a sheet just for that day. And for that, I like to keep the smaller ones. My kind of master Clear Your Mind I use my larger size for that. So you also can bundle those and you get them together if you order them separately. But I'm giving you an opportunity to try them out first with 5 of each size in the sample pack. So it's so great. You get to try out hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of product for less than the price of one of these products, which is fantastic because I want to make sure that you're getting the resource you need, not just buying stuff. That is not my intention in creating things, and that's not my intention in business, okay? At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. Today, we have a 5-star review of our September workshop in our 3-part workshop series. The Compass versus the Clock was our September class. And Nikki wrote a 5-star review saying, delivered as promised. Helpful is quite the understatement. I've led clients through a similar thought pattern, but going through it here in your Compass exercise was super, all caps, impactful for me. I feel encouraged, empowered, and aligned to what's most important to me. Most of all, the workshop delivered on its promise in real time. In about an hour, I have identified what's most important to me and am able to grasp how not to compete against the clock. Can't wait for the next 2 sessions. I can't wait for the next 2 sessions either. Thank you so much, Nikki, for the 5-star 5-star review and for being there present with us. You can get the replay to this amazing workshop right now by going to besttoday.co/workshop. You will love it. And you also get access to our October and November workshops as well by choosing to bundle them together. You get the replay on all three. And the best part is you get to ask questions even if you watch on the replay. We've had our international customers who didn't make it to the live time because of the time have already watched and began submitting questions, which I am going to answer. So go get your seat, get your replay to the workshop series, The Compass versus the Clock, How to Create a Life Guided by What Matters Most versus Fighting Against the Clock. That was our September workshop. You can get that right now by going to besttoday.co/workshop. I'll see you in the rest of the workshops. And don't forget, you get the replay to all of them. Go get your workshop right now. And thank you so much, Nikki, for that 5-star review. So you get 5 large and 5 of the medium because it comes in 2 sizes. You also get 5 of today's One Thing pages. I love these also. These are really great for if you just need some focus to like, what's one thing I'm going to do today for my mental, emotional, physical well-being, and what's one important thing I need to do. If you are really trying to baby step this thing and you're like, I just need to start with one thing, that's why it's called Today's One Thing. You're going to get 5 of those. You're also going to get 5 of the weekly the morning and evening routine pages. So 5 of the morning and evening routine pages. This is another product I created for those who are really just trying to slowly bookend their days better. How do I want to start and end my day? What is that routine going to look like? Another great first step if you're just getting started with even building routines or even just trying to get started with being a better steward of your time. And then finally, you're going to get 2 full weekly planning pages and 2 clear your mind planning pages. So our 2 types of weekly planning pages, you're going to get both types, 2 copies, because that's going to cover 2 weeks, a total of 4 weeks, right? So this lets you know which of the 2 methods or layouts you like better. So that is 44 different sheets, right, that you get to use. How many products is that? 7 different products, results and outcome pages, my daily plan, clear your mind pages, today's one thing, morning and evening pages, full weekly planning pages, and clear your mind planning pages. Yep, 7 different products in multiple sizes, 44 sheets, all for one low price, right? To help you figure out what you want to use, to figure out which ones work for you. So if you are new to Best Today, we have established customers who've been wanting to kind of experiment and play with some other things. This was created with you in mind. So order your sample pack today by going to besttoday.co. And don't forget, we also have it linked right here in the show notes today. It's found under the planning and routine tab and the daily and the weekly planning pads also, and of course under Shop All. But you can just click the link right here in the show notes and that'll take you directly to it. Let us know if you have questions, but this is such a wonderful way to try multiple Best Today products all in once, sent right to your doorsteps. I mean, I can't make it any easier for you, my friends. Okay. I have tried and thought of every single thing, but at some point your engagement is necessary. So here is where you go now to besttoday.co, order the sample pack, then use them, right? Because this is important. Decide the ones that are best for you. And then first finish using the ones you already have. You can come back and order it because now you know this is the tool that I need and this is the size that I need, or these are the sizes I need. Okay. All right. That's what I have for you today. Thank y'all so much for listening and really learning more about the resources that we've created, how they can help you right where you are. Thank you for being present with me this week for our episode of the Best Today podcast. Please remember that everything I do here on the podcast within Best Today is to help you to live well. To learn more about how to get started, you can also take our quiz at besttoday.co/quiz. But I'm telling you, the sample sheet starter pack, sheet pack. That's what I said I was going to call it. The sheet pack is a great place to start. So just click the link here in the show notes to get yours. And if you'd like to hear more from me, I want to invite you to read my online publication for those on the journey, where I write each week what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what I'm thinking, what I'm processing, and the like. You can find that at forthoseonthejourney.com, which we'll also link in the show notes as well. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you on the next episode. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, Identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.